Hi everyone, welcome to my video. I made this video for language 2 learning and teaching assessment. Before we'll begin our presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Siti Najila Irsandi and I will begin by title Chapter 7 Language 2 Learning and Teaching. Let's move on to slide. This is the content that we will discuss in this material. Number 1, definition. Number 2, integrating perspective. Number 3, approaching near native competence. Number 4, implication for language 2 learning and teaching. And the next, content number 1, definition. A second language is any language learner after the first language. Let's move on to slide. Content number 2, integrating perspective. As was mentioned at the beginning, experts in scientific fields such as linguistics, psychology, and social science have different perspectives on SLA, which also meant the focus of their question is different. As explained in the following table, that linguistic place more emphasis on what question, social place more emphasis on the question how, and social place more emphasis on the question why. There is an inventor named Savaltrick who tries to combine several discoveries from the three perspectives by using linguistic contribution to answer what, psychology to answer how, social to answer why. This is the question from the three perspectives. The first one is, number 1, what exactly does language 2 learner come to know? Number 2, how does the learner acquire language 2 knowledge? Number 3, why are some learners more successful than others? Let's discuss question number 1. A system of knowledge of second language. Here it is explained that the second language knowledge system they have goes beyond what was taught. And here there is significant overlap with their first language knowledge, especially if the rules of principle of the first language have similarities. And this allows learners to gain knowledge so that they can predict meaning or other principle in the second language. Repeating element pattern, or this repeating element pattern in the first pattern on cycle when they acquire their first language, namely where they master vocabulary or lexicon, morphology or word structure, phonology or sound system, syntax or grammar, and discourse or how to find sentence and organize information. How to include particular concept, how to compare certain concept in a second language, whether the language is a subject or unsubject. Pragmatic competence. This pragmatic competence is the knowledge in which they interpret and convey meaning in the context of social interaction. Next, we will discuss how do second language learners gain their knowledge. Innate capacity is explained that there is a natural ability that humans have where humans can master this language. There are also application or prior knowledge. Application of previous knowledge. Second language learners are equipped with basic knowledge including the knowledge they learn or obtain from the first language. And proceeding of language input. Language input is the most important aspect in learning a second language. Next, question number 3. Why are some students more successful than other students? Social context. This factor influence second language learning primarily because of their impact on attitude and opportunity. This factor also determines whether the language 2 is a foreign language or a second language. And then, social experience. The social experience has a significant influence on success in learning English. There are also relationship of language 1 and language 2. The relationship you have in the first and second language. So all language can be learned, but not all second language are equal easy for first language speakers to master. Next, we will discuss approaching their native competence, gaining competence approaching native speaker. If second language learners at an older age are able to attain competence approaching that of native speaker, it is almost certain that they, or those learner, will benefit from extensive and varied input as a feedback that includes some correction to grammatical form and etc. And this very high level of motivation is related to opportunity and privilege, so that they have a lot of opportunity to acquire a second language. We will discuss content number 4, implication for second language learning and teaching. Implication for second language learning and teaching. From what we discussed previously, we can conclude that knowledge about a second language is far beyond what can be learned and taught consciously, and second language learning is quite different from a first language. That's all from me about my material, Language 2 Learning and Teaching. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you and the next time.